A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances, as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. A bird does not sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help others. A book is like a garden carried in the pocket. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. Do not fear going forward slowly, fear only to stand still. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls and others build windmills. A wise man makes his own decisions, an ignorant man follows public opinion. A diamond with a flaw is worth more than a pebble without imperfections. The palest ink is better than the best memory. If you want to know what the road ahead looks like, ask those coming back. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. A person who says something cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. A wise man learns from his mistakes. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. The tongue can bring both life and death. Choose your words wisely. When the wind of change blows, some people build walls while others build windmills. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. A single arrow is easily broken, but not 10 in a bundle. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. Patience is the greatest of all virtues. Better to ask the way than to go astray. A calm sea never made a skilled sailor. The bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. One kind word can warm 3 winter months. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The frog does not drink up the pond in which it lives. Even monkeys fall from trees. What is learned in the cradle is carried to the grave. The bigger the storm, the brighter the rainbow. The reputation of 1,000 years may be determined by the conduct of an hour. The hardest step is often the first one. Time spent in reconnaissance is never wasted. It is a wise head that makes the deaf ear. After a storm comes a calm. The fish who keeps its mouth shut is the one who gets away. A bad workman blames his tools. An inch of time is an inch of gold. The faintest ink is stronger than the strongest memory. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. The sun does not forget a village because it is small. The tongue is but 3 inches long, yet it can kill a man 6 feet high. Opportunity seldom knocks twice. Do not seek the truth, only cease to cherish your opinions. A beautiful flower does not need to be told it is beautiful. The needle that is sharp is slow to rust. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Even a sheet of paper has 2 sides. One who smiles rather than rages is always the stronger. When the character of a man is not clear to you, look at his friends. The frog in the well knows nothing of the great ocean. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. An empty sack cannot stand upright. When you paint a dragon, you must paint its scales. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. The more the merrier. A closed mouth catches no flies. The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Words have no wings, but they can fly 1,000 miles. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. Not the cry, but the flight of a wild duck, leads the flock to fly and follow. Time is money. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. A bird does not sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song. Don't be afraid of going slowly, be afraid only of standing still. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If you don't want anyone to know, don't do it. Behind an able man, there are always other able men. Be not afraid of growing slowly, be be afraid only of standing still. A bit of fragrance always clings to the hand that gives roses. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every passerby leaves a mark. Be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid only of standing still. Failure is not falling down but refusing to get up. It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. The person who says something is impossible should not interrupt the person who is doing it. When the wind of change blows, some build walls while others build windmills. The man who asks is a fool for a moment, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. A clear conscience never fears midnight knocking. The temptation to quit will be greatest just before you are about to succeed. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help others. When you have only 2 pennies left in the world, buy a loaf of bread with one, and a lily with the. The best time to seek help is before you fall. A closed mouth catches no flies. An inch of time is worth an inch of gold. Do not fear the thorns if you want to enjoy the rose. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others, a fool from his own. A single tree cannot make a forest. A wise man listens to advice, but a fool only seeks ears. A small spark can start a great fire. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. A book is a treasure that fills the mind, not the pocket. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step,